Now we move on to the second criteria of the debate, where each group compares and contrasts your weight with your competitor group's weight. And what we're going to see in the next video is exactly that. So this is the assessment criteria for the debate overall. We have completed the first criteria with 1 mark. Now we are moving, as you can see, to the second criteria, where you have to compare your weights with your competitor groups and argue why your decisions are superior. And the point here is, in the first criteria, you explained the differences between last week and this week based on top-down approach. Now you say our group has these weights and these are the reasons why, and I'm going to compare them with Group B, Group C, and we believe we're superior, and these are the reasons why. And you can use top-down approach, you can use company-specific information, and anything in between. Once again, here is the investments table, and I want you to remember this, or to view this again, because now what's going to happen is Group B is going to compare its weightings currently with the weightings of Group A and contrast them and explain why it believes its weightings are superior. And you can see that there are quite large differences. -40 versus -20 for NAB, -30 versus +70 for BHP, and Woolworths are more or less the same. So it's that really the financials and the mining sectors, which are really quite dramatically different. And as you'll see, this stems from the rationale that Group B believes we're heading down into the trough of the economic cycle, where Group A believes we're heading out of it. So I hope you enjoy their compare and contrast.
Okay, so I'm Group B, and we're talking about our weights are different, so we're rebutting. We're rebutting from a global macro point of view. So if we look at the business cycle here, sorry Andrew, whereas Group A, they think they're here, we think that we're more here. Now we've just had news from the stress tests of the US banks, where they need $74.6 billion additional capital raised. Some banks have inadequate reserves. So given how we've gone, we've been consistently short in financials. This is consistent with our view, and we have gone even shorter in financials, which is consistent with the news that we've received and consistent with that. Now, commodities. There's been a commodity slump. So we've been consistently short on commodities. Now, we've gone a little bit less short this week to hedge against certain news. Perhaps we're actually closer to here than we think. Then perhaps commodities will be first to recover. So this is our hedge. Even if we are here, or even if we are close to here, we don't think we're as far as here. Even if we're here, we don't think that financials will be the first to recover, especially with the 74.6 billion stress testing. So that's why we've gone a little bit less short here, and we're gone more short here. Now, attention to consumer staples. Same thing. Firstly, if we're going down, consumer staples are a defensive stock, particularly Woolworths. We've also had news of how Woolworths is looking for overseas acquisitions. So that's other good news. Even if we are here, that's still good for Woolworths. People always need food. It's just generally a good share. That's why we're leaving unchanged. I mean, we're not going heavily long in them, again, as a hedge, but unchanged. So if you look at our cash, we've got a lot of cash as a hedge, again, just in case we're closer to here than we thought. But overall, we think that we're here.